Well, they're playing good, and they're really good. And after watching them against Duke on Saturday night, I was scared to death if we got to them. And my worst fears came true there. They just overwhelmed us. I think it was an 11-point game in the second half. And then just the roof fell in, and we just couldn't do anything inside. And they certainly have big bodies that just keep pounding on you. Their defense was great too. Kind of been demoralized inside, and then on the defensive end.
All right, we'll start off with Tom Noie. Go ahead.
Mike, how does a team like this trail by 50 points in a basketball game?
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. We just kind of got overwhelmed, and I don't know if we had much left after last night either, quite frankly, because we kind of pulled that one out of our backside just to stay alive. And I was very concerned about if we had enough juice to hang around, and we really didn't. Even though I don't even know how it was an 11-point game at the 16-minute mark.
Patrick Engel.
Mike, when you watch the first half of the game and North Carolina get after it on the offensive glass, what did you notice about your guys?
That's been a weakness of ours all year, Pat. I mean, we're not a great defensive rebounding team, and so I mean, it's my worst fears, and these guys, and it's their greatest strength. The nights we have had success against them, we've kept it down a little bit, but it just started off as volleyball, and they have great bodies that can go get the ball, even if you have a fundamental block out.
John Brice.
Mike, you've had so much success through the years. How do you evaluate where you are right now as a program, and how do you recapture that success that you have consistently enjoyed?
I think that's a great question. And I would say this group coming back, going into my 22nd year, is in the same boat as my 7th year. Now, some of you haven't covered me that long. Tom has. We had missed the tournament 3 years. This will be 3 or 4, however you want to count it. So you got to go back, and you have to, absolutely have to. We did in year 7. We had to go back in year 7. I mean, and we did, and had some momentum, and that's I think I'm right on that mat again, and been there, done that. There's a nucleus of guys coming back. Hard to evaluate them tonight, but some of them have gotten better this year. We get a big guy who's a proven low post player, Paul Atkinson. And, we were picked 12th. I don't think people really thought much of us this season. If you notice, we weren't on Big Monday at all. If you're not on Big Monday, you're not really thought of as one of the top ones, and rightfully so. We'll probably be picked a little higher next year, and then it's a dogfight to go back. I told him a year from this selection Sunday, our goal should be to see our name flash up. And that's the crossroads we're at. Absolutely.
Final question. We'll go to Tim O'Malley.
Coach, it's on that same vein, but you have 5 regulars basically coming back to augment the new guys coming in with Atkinson and the 2 freshmen. What is your challenge for the 5 guys that are really upperclassmen? I know they're not overly experienced with transfers and stuff like that, but what's the challenge you bring to them? And I know it's down the road, not tomorrow, but
that's a good question. It was a little bit of a challenge, tonight. You kind of thank the seniors. I've been in this boat before where you thank the seniors, and then you start talking about next year. And leadership. We only have 2 captains left, Cormac and Prentice. Is Nate and Dane going to show some signs to do that? Are they going to play in an NCAA tournament before their career ends? So those are the things I talked about in the locker room. We didn't talk about the game. We talked about, how we get back a year from this Sunday. And we'll probably actually get together this Sunday at my house. And because I want to see if that can be a reference point for us a year from now, if we're good enough to earn a bid. But those of you who followed me for 22 years, year 22 is like year 7, right? The line is drawn in the sand, and we got to get back. And I've kind of been in that mode before, maybe in year 7, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe in year 13, we were back against the wall a little bit too. So that's where we're at, and we got a methodic. I hope we have a summer. I think we'll have a summer school. No one's told me yet. That could help us. But yeah, when you look at the 5 guys, again, tonight's a tough one to really, evaluate. The 5 guys coming back have played a lot of basketball, and Paul Atkinson gives you 6 guys that have played a lot. And then it's a matter of who joins the party. We got some guys coming off IR. The 2 freshmen are gifted young guys. JR and Blake are 2 really gifted young guys. How do they help us? But those 6 have played a lot. And you almost need a week to get away from tonight to think about, I think a lot of those guys got better. Wasn't good enough to earn an NCAA bid. I get that. But we have played the hardest schedule we've ever played. Played 11 home games, 15 away from the building. We threw the whole group to the wolves. And I think the challenge is, as I told them in there, how do we react? And how do we grow from it? And a year from Sunday, we need to show up in that bracket, plain and simple.